to figure out, well, who am I, or who can I learn from. It is great that the game has gotten that much more exposure where there's so many more role modeling opportunities.
And with games on TV these days, like, this is one of the greatest things. You learn so much by watching other people, and whether you can emulate. Sometimes when I put on a clinic or something, I say, pick your favorite player, and then if you see your favorite player, you know, hitting this way, why don't you try something from this player and try something from that player and try and take little pieces of each person and make it your own.
So for those 8-year-olds who are watching right now, watching these players going, I want to be that. She just got beaten. Good job of taking the pitch and getting on base.
Right.
Use it. Use anything you can out of what you see here.
Well, and I think that they're visual learners. So I think if they go back and watch this game and see themselves playing, they're going to learn a lot also. I know, and I can't even believe I'm going to tell this story, but hopefully it will set in with a kid out there. But I was a brat. I was a big old brat. And when I was 12 and under, I was getting beat, and I threw my glove down on the ground. I can't even believe I'm telling you this. And my parents didn't do anything, and so I thought I got away with it. We ended up losing the ball game. Got in the car, nothing said about it. We get home, my parents tell me to sit down on the couch. I'm like, uh-oh. They didn't say a word. They had videotaped it. Of course, it was a VHS tape, and they stick it in there and made me sit there and watch myself act like a complete idiot. And I was so embarrassed that I was like, I cannot even believe that I did that. And it wasn't until I actually sat down and watched myself that I realized what I look like. And I think sometimes when you're in it, you don't realize what you look like. And I think that sometimes you have to watch yourself to see, you know, what type of player you want to be. And I obviously didn't want to be the type of player that threw a glove down on the ground, so I kind of had to switch my attitude a little bit.
Selena Duran with a pop on the right side of the infield that is caught for the first out of this 5th inning, but a big opportunity. The bases loaded, nobody out, so a good pitch there to get the first out of the inning by Katie Marks. Now she's got more work to do with Courtney Lovelace coming to the plate, or check that, actually it's going to be Mackenzie Miller who will hit in place of Courtney Lovelace. So Mackenzie Miller checks in for this at-bat with a bases loaded 1-out opportunity for Miners Gold.
And she's I'm reading her sheet right now, and she says, I'm very blind, and I've been wearing contacts since 5th grade. So, you know, if she was a pitcher, those fingernail things you were talking about would really help her out.
Game sign stickers, you're right. And I asked her about that off her bio sheet. I said, but when you wear the contacts, you're fine. And she said, oh yeah, I'm good. You know, and we'll see how. Obviously, she's got it figured out. But it was funny that she said, I'm just blind. I can't see it at all.
Well, and what's so sweet is she says when she grows up, she wants to be an eye doctor. So I think that's sweet.
Helping people who would have a similar situation to what she faced as a young child, and doing a good job here of seeing some pitches. 2-1 is the count. So a good count on a bases loaded opportunity.
And it's hard to come in off the bench like that and come into a pinch hit situation with the bases loaded. You haven't had an at-bat today. I mean, there's a lot of pressure with the bases loaded in a ball game like this. You know, a one-run lead ball game.
Yeah, good pitch by Katie Marks here. Just low inside. Trying to maybe possibly get a ground ball to third base would be ideal in this situation.
Here it is on a 2-2. That's fouled away. It'll stay 2-2 with 1 away, and the bases loaded. 5-4. Miners Gold with the lead and the bats right now. Chance to extend on the advantage. Again, to recap that they were down 1-0 and then down 2-1. And they jumped up 4-2, but Impact Gold answered that, tied it up at 4. And Miners Gold last inning put up a run to get up to that +1 situation. And they've got a threat going here. And this will be up full count now, is the situation with the bases loaded. So things are getting a little more tight here on a 7-inning ball game. There are run rules on this game, 10 after 5, but as we sit now, not in any real jeopardy of that. No time limit on this game. So a 7-inning game is what we appear to be headed for, and both teams battling it out to try to get into tomorrow's televised championship game. And there is a ball for Katie Marks. Shrugs at herself, didn't like what she did there on the full count, and lets the run come home on a bases loaded walk.
We just had a shot of Lena Lovelace, and the head coach for the Miners, and you know, one of the things that she says about her team that's unique is they're scrappy and they never give up. And I think that's a testament. I mean, we've seen it all day with them. They just keep coming back, keep pushing runs across every inning. And I think that, you know, it's really important to give your team goals every inning, not just to say, you know, let's go out and win. You know, you got to break it down. You've got to have more than just, okay, you know, let's win. You've got to have pitch by pitch. And one of the things that I learned at UCLA from Sue Enquist was you got to have every at-bat has to be a battle. It's a war between you and the pitcher, and vice versa for the pitcher to the hitter. And every pitch of that at bat is a battle of that war. And you're not going to win all the battles, but the more battles you win, the more consistent and the better at bats you're going to have. It's the quality at bats. So if she throws a pitch that's out of the zone and you watch it, you just won that battle.
Samantha Galarza pops it foul. It'll drop into foul territory for strike 2. 0-2 count. Bases loaded, 1 down. Miners Gold with that 1 run in and still 3 runners on from Hemet, California. Miners Gold. They 3 of them drove. The rest of them flew from the Hemet, California area into Colorado for this tournament. They're going to take in a Rockies baseball game while in town. So the good fortune this year, Rockies do have a home stand while the Sparkler and Fireworks tournaments are going on. Teams flood over to Coors Field. Here's a ball back to the pitcher. There's one over to third, not in time, but the force out at the plate, a big out, keeps it at a 2-run margin. Katie Marks, nice job of calmly grabbing that and keeping the run off the board.
And that was odd that she went to third. That's pretty risky to try and get the double play at third instead of at first. Most people in this situation would be nervous to throw to third in case they overthrew it.
And
but
usually coming out of the batter's box, a runner maybe a little bit slower on swinging away on a pitch like that, but
I don't know if that might have had anything to do with the body angle of where the ball was received for the catcher, and just decided a better angle for Reagan Bunker to go to third.
Right, and she would have had to completely turn her body all the way around to make the throw it to first. So
well, in that situation, the catcher needs to turn into, say, like a shortstop, trying to turn that double play, swipe home plate, and take her feet towards first.
That wild pitch gets loose and brings a run home, and it's a 3-run lead now for Miners Gold, as coming to the plate on the loose ball behind the dish, Dakota Matiko will score her first run scored of the game.
Catcher just tries to pick it there, just bounced off the outside of her glove.
And some teams have the first baseman come and cover that. It just depends on, how the coach feels about the pitcher coming in to cover the play at home. Did you cover at home?
Yeah, it's a big controversy, that statement right there. Should the pitcher cover home plate or not? I always think that the pitcher has to cover home plate because they're the first ones to get there. They know the ball is getting away before the first or third baseman can read. But obviously, if the first baseman is playing in and they can get there first, it's more ideal to kind of get your pitcher out of that situation. But in the heat of the moment, I think it's whoever gets there first, and whoever's you got to get out there and be aggressive against those runners coming in.
Right, and I like the fact that the catcher came out to control because she's really the psychologist for the pitcher. I mean, she really needs to read the pitcher, her body language. She's going to know when she can feel the energy of, the doubt setting in. And she's got to be able to stop that, bring her team together and say, hey, we're all right. We got 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Let's just get this out right here. Let's make it happen. And you need to regroup, and you can't wait for your coach to come out and do it because they can only come out once. The second time, they got to take the pitcher out and change the pitcher.
And this is where Katie Marks, as she gets older, she's going to get a lot better. And as she goes on to college, you're going to see great growth in her as we're going to follow her career through, college softball games, Women's College World Series, and the rest of her, softball career. And she's going to learn how to create that emotion that she needs to get out of tough situations and be that rock for her team.
Absolutely.
Katie with 2 down throws this pitch and has it fouled down the third baseline by Caitlin Fitzgerald. Caitlin has scored a run today and reached on an error. Actually, a couple errors, so she has a single and 2 other on base by error. Has not been retired in any of her at-bats today, has Caitlin, and hitting that 3-hole, good strong swing. She's got a chance to bust this open a little bit. 7-4 with 2 runs in so far in the top of the 5th. Will there be more? Katie Marks trying to stop that from happening.
And I love her motto. Caitlin's motto is never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. And I love that because so many kids these days play the game so safe. They're free to make a mistake. They go up to bat to not strike out instead of going up to bat to hit the ball. And there's such a mindset to that. And I love the fact that she is aware of that.
I love just going back to the battery combination here. I love how the catcher's really working hard for her pitcher back there. Really, she got that called strike right there for her.
Reagan Bunker earns that with the good glove work on the receive from Katie Marks. And there is the strike 3 pitch. So they avoid further damage with the bases all fired up. Katie Marks gets out of it with help from her catcher Reagan Bunker, but Impact Gold with work to do to the bottom of the 5th, down by 3 at the Triple Crown Sparkler Fireworks semifinals of the Power Pools. Welcome back to Aurora, Colorado on CBS Sports Network. You are watching a Power Pool semifinal of the Triple Crown Fireworks and Sparkler Showdown activities. The Power Pools feature 40 of the top teams from all over the country. There are basically 600 teams in the 16 and 18-year-old divisions alone.
Wow.
Those are some top teams anyway. You boil it down to 40 to start this. Then you boil those pools down to the best 4 of those 40, and that's what we have here today on CBS Sports Network.
And Triple Crown brings in over $17 million to the city when they put on this tournament every year. So, I mean, just for the city alone, this tournament is such a big thing for Denver.
Yep, the economic
Aurora.
impact and well documented all over. I mean, you look at it's not on the same scale by any means. Landing the Super Bowl, landing the World Cup, whatever it is. Even these youth events like this, at this, Peyton Manning coming to town is a big deal. You're right, but an event like this for a host community is a big deal. Now that doesn't go without some work. And all the communities who host these games, I believe it's over 100 fields now that are played on during the Sparkler and Fireworks activities in the Metro Denver area. And a big thanks to all of the field crews and the host communities who work so hard. And a lot of them. Games end at 10, 11 o'clock at night, and they come out and turn the lights on and prep the fields all night long and get ready for the next morning. Here's a fly ball center field. Out number 1 at the bottom of the 5th inning is recorded out there in center. And as we head into back to the top of the order now for Texas Impact Gold of Andrea Hawkins.
And let's go back to the whole fields crew, because when we go back and we talk about the pioneers of our sport and how far the sport has come, they had to drag and line their own field. They didn't have anyone doing it for them. I think sometimes these kids need to understand what happened to them before, because I know when I played, I did not know. It wasn't until I got done that I realized the impact of the people that I played with. I mean, Dot Richardson and Lisa Fernandez and all those great, Michelle Smith, all the greats of our game. And, even though I was playing with them at the time, I didn't really get what they went through to get to where they were when I was with them. And now that I'm older and I look back, I can appreciate it much more.
Good effort in left field, but that ball is down for Andrea Hawkins. She's got a clean single after the diving effort out in left field by Mackenzie Miller. And a runner on with 1 down for Impact Gold. That previous fly out to center field, by the way, here's the look at that swing.
And that's the pitch she's looking for. That low outside is a lefty's favorite pitch, because she wants to hit it